Business Leaders Summit 2023, Allianz Miko, Milan, we are here to talk about business and the future of the companies in Italy, and not only, but also leadership, talent, and meritocracy. In this moment, we are together with Oksana Liniv, who is musical director at Fondazione del Teatro Comunale di Bologna. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
So, Oksana, in a while, you will talk about leadership, meritocracy, and how a woman can be a good leader for every kind of environment. So, under this point of view, and according to you, what are the best pillars we can say to be a good leader and to be a meritocracy, to have a meritocracy in an environment?
Yes, I think the best way is not to expect some help from outside, but just to try to be professional. Because I'm representing the female conductors who are still in the minority in our world, and classical music field is one of most conservative field. How we know the best orchestra in the world still in just on the end of 20th century invited to play female musicians in the orchestra. So despite now to speak about female conductors as a leader. And for me, it's very important to go this way and not to hear to some comments try to stop you on this way, but just to be very creative but also cooperative, because for me it's the most important thing that in my life I have never heard the skeptical comments from the musicians, from the orchestra with which I was working about, and it was for me the best support and the best inspiration to go ahead.
So the collaboration is everything in your work, and we think that for a woman in a man's world, we can say it's not so easy. What was the most difficult challenge to, to overcome in your career?
I'm coming from Ukraine, from a very small city in Ukraine. And when I chose this profession to be a conductor, because I was admiring, I fall in love with the sound of symphonic orchestra. And just the idea that the whole symphonic orchestra can become your instrument and to collaborate together with 100 people on stage, it was a great idea for me. But even my family was very skeptical to me. And I thought that, so I believed just in this idea, and it was like a fairy tale, because every chance which I received in my life, I tried to manage with the best quality which I was possible to that moment. So I was, for example, very happy for the opportunity to participate to Gustav Mahler International Conductor Wettbewerb, where I received the third prize. And after step by step, I became the first woman conductor in the world, conducting in Richard Wagner Bayreuther Festival for 145 years of history. And now I am like musical head of the Italian opera house. And when we are thinking about this, that the first opera house were created 1682, so it's like 400 years of history. And I'm very proud to be a positive example and to give the hope for young generation, don't to think about the stereotypes, but just try to get the best education what is possible, and to be open in the world, because it's very, very important that every artist is representing not only the own culture and own country, but is always thinking very cosmopolitical.
So open your mind in order to embrace all the other cultures. Also, in this way, the collaboration with the other musicians inside the orchestra is one of the things you mentioned. But what are the other takeaways from your career, from your life, that you can give to our audience in order to reach a good leadership, a good professional way?
Yes. So, for example, I'm conducting, of course, not only in Italy, I'm conducting internationally. And very often I have to come, for example, to London, and I have only 2 days or only two rehearsals. And in front of me are 100 people, for me, totally foreign people for me. I have to communicate also in foreign language, and only in few hours I have to find the way to collaboration. And for me, is the best thing to understand that in front of me are 100 individuals, and every can have different opinion. But my goal is to be the leader. It means I have to bring very interesting idea to make the people from the first moments to believe and to trust to me. But from my side, I want, during I am conducting, I want always express also my joy, my thankfulness, and also my appreciation when I see the answer to my proposals, to my ideas, to make people feel emotions also of happiness, of inspirations. And I want to make people, even on the last stand of tutti violins or maybe one percussionist player in the last row of the orchestra, I want them make feel that they are, for me, also important, like the concertmaster in front of me. And very often I'm thinking that the symphonic orchestra could be a perfect model for our socium, because everybody has his fixed place, has his role, and for everybody role is important to create the whole thing together, because the whole big symphony, the whole great sound will be not so perfect when only one musician from 100 is wrong. And the yes, the goal of leader is, I think, to inspire all these people to give all their best on stage and to be united, and after also to have the moment of happiness because of our result. And our result is not my own or somebody own, but all us together.
Yes, it's a great message, I think, and thank you for being with us. And we hope that this message could be heard by all the people around, also for the international global situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.